The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What you listening to, man? What they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, trying to figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't here giving 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. And get night music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roco on today, like, feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
All right, we got another episode of the radio show ATL on the air. All right, we got another Bring a Friend night, and we brought friends, we brought family. We got the fellas from the On The Geaux Podcast, Jimmy, Christian, and Tyler hanging out again. Welcome back, fellas. Thanks for coming back.
We back, man. We back.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, hold
yes,
up.
Sir.
Before you continue, my brother, I feel like I don't fit in right now. It's a lot of light skin going on in this month.
Oh,
man.
bro.
Where the dark skins at? Where the medium skins at?
Don't do that.
No, there's a lot of, no hard feelings, y'all some beautiful people.
You saw how Tyler had to slide that in there?
He had to.
Had to bring the light skin. You know what?
With light skin, we got our homegirl Caral J from the Caral J Podcast back on the show. Caral, thanks for coming through and hanging out with us.
Hey,
Shout out.
Glad you could make it in.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. So we're starting off with a subject here with the guys from On The Geaux. They are the sports authority. They got a great sports show. They're going to branch out into other things, but right now that wheelhouse is sports. So Tony Dungy, Hall of Fame coach, known as somebody who, announces his Christianity, lets you know, hey, I'm a Christian. I live a certain way with certain values and everything. As he should. But sometimes that Bible thumping can get you in trouble. And case in point with Tony Dungy is, it's been a few instances with him and, LGBTQ plus. I don't want to miss any. I don't want to offend anybody, but there's this hoax that's been going on. Yes.
Alphabet people, boy. You don't mess with them, boy.
Y'all better come correct about the LMNOP community people.
Hello.
But it's this hoax that's been going on where people on the far right have been talking about providing kitty litter in bathrooms for children who identify as cats, and he fell for it and tweeted about it. And it brought to mind the reason why I mentioned this, and it brought to mind as I look at your faces, is that there's been several instances, and I'm not trying to call out Tony Dungy in that aspect, but there's been several instances of him, making references when it comes to, same-sex marriage and him not being a fan of it and everything. And I guess it brings up the point of why is it that people harp on this subject about people where that's just the most wrong thing you can do, and it caused this person who's highly intelligent to tweet something that's obviously ridiculous. So I want to start off talking to Jimmy about this real quick. Jimmy, Tony Dungy, there's been some comments here and there. I remember when Michael Sam was coming into the NFL saying, well, he wouldn't want the distraction and all that stuff. Why are people so, what's the deal with, why can't people just live their lives, man?
Well, to Tony Dungy's, I guess, not necessarily come to his aid, but he's no longer a coach. He gets paid for his opinion now. So I think it gets to a point where, at what point do you turn it off? And I would assume with a person like Tony Dungy, he doesn't put on a persona like that's him 24/7, 365, 366 on the leap year. So for him to, fall for the bait, I mean, the guy is older, bro. So like, God forgive him for he may not understand how these internet streets work. You dig? But
these internet trolls.
Right. I don't think he's trying to be an internet troll, but I mean, let's keep it real, bro. I'm cool with people living their life, but you can't piss on me and tell me it's raining, dog. I mean, what you mean we're gonna put kitty litter in a bathroom for children that identify as cats? I mean, that shit don't even make sense. And for us as adults, as a society of adults who are supposed to have a little bit more understanding than children, hence the reason why they have legal guardians, we should not enable that extreme behavior. I'm fine with kids that, they might feel like they're a girl or they're a boy, whatever it might be. But when we start identifying as objects or identifying as fucking animals, I think that's crazy. And that's just me. So I'm not necessarily coming to Tony Dungy's aid, but that's some bullshit. Straight up, bro. Like that's some bullshit.
That's dumb, bro. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
Is what it is, bro. Well, you gonna put some kitty litter in a bathroom? So what? They just gonna go and urinate on the kitty litter and walk out? Like, come on, bro.
I don't know why we're not letting common sense kick in. Like, come on, like you gotta read that and be like, this is not ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Common sense ain't common nowadays, bro. That's the problem.
No, not at all.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Man, Caral J, how you feel about this?
Oh Lord, you want my true opinion?
Let the record reflect like my boy Christian say.
Let the record reflect. Sis, speak your narratives.
Oh,
that pregnant pause.
So kitty litter in the it just make it make sense. It just I don't know. I feel is he trolling? Is he really trolling?
No, this was a hoax that's been going around.
Yeah, I guess the host was going around saying they need to put kitty litter, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so it was some of the congressmen or women on the far right. This is like a rumor that's been going around, and people have been picking up on it. And he retweeted it like it was fact, and then he had to backtrack and apologize for it. And so that's what this brought it back to him. Like, is this homophobia coming from him? Why does it always have to be that?
So I guess on our end, are we reaching for him because he? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I follow. Ooh. I'm finna mind my black business. That's what I'm finna do. I'm finna mind. That's what I'm finna do.
No.
I'ma hold it. I'ma mind my black business on this one.
Oh, all right. So since you trying to take the high road, instead of you giving your analysis, what's your perspective, right? Like, are you? How could I phrase this the right way?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm all for the alphabet people.
Mm-hmm.
But at what point do we say, okay, you didn't went too far?
That point right there when you start saying putting kitty litter in the bathroom for the kids.
Right. I think you know what? Because now it's like, okay, what are you gonna say to offend somebody? Because in all actuality, I don't even. Do you know what I think it's called? CIS. Do you know what that is? I don't. I'm after. So okay, I'm gonna tell my age. So okay, I'm 31.
You ain't old, baby. You ain't old.
I'm old.
I'm 29. I'm 29.
Right now.
I'm 29. Hey, hey, 16, like, hey, please don't have me say how old I am.
I'm old. That's a story for another day.
Look. Look, well, I'm gonna tell you this. I love love. I know everybody is able to be who you are, but I'm a millennial, so I'm okay with you're trans or you know whatever the case may be. But I get confused after cis. I get confused after I don't want to offend anybody because I can talk to someone, they sound like a guy, and then they're a whole woman, and it's so much. I just don't want to. I could cancel myself, and so I think after this. I get scared. I get scared. I'd be like, I'm gonna let them say it first because I'm gonna be like, oh hey, how you doing? And yeah, they can go from there because I don't want to. I don't want to cancel myself. Like, but I think after that cis part, I just don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's too many labels and pronouns now, and like to your point, it's like you almost got to be careful how you greet someone.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of walk on eggshells when you kind of having a conversation amongst these sort of topics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a weird climate, you know. Like you and I kind of pretty much around the same age limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could probably agree to the same thing. Probably about 10 years ago, we wasn't really having this sort of conversation like that. It wasn't really much pronouns and much labeling going on and all this other stuff, right? So it's like, it's such a weird place because a lot of people are kind of new to these sort of things, or not really familiar. And it's not so much, quote unquote, information is now being put out, and it's like, well, people are like, well, goddamn, like, where has this been all this time? Or you know what I'm saying? So it's a very thin line that you gotta kind of walk around or walk through, right?
Right.
Me personally,
for sure.
Me personally, like you said, I love. I have people within my family who's part of that community. But me personally, I would say, like, with this, the topic that we're kind of talking about, like the kitty litter for the people identifying, how they identifying as cats and stuff, right? That is very crazy, especially if you enabling that for a kid who can't really make a decision for themselves, right? Like Jim said, you have a legal guardian for a reason. And to have these sort of things being put out now to make it seem like it's okay, I think is very misguiding a bit for someone who hadn't really sort of reached their peak of their mental development yet, right? You're still young. You're still trying to figure certain things out. You don't really necessarily know what you like. So for those type of things to be going out now, it's just like, well, goddamn, bro, are you serious?
Can we just pause and take a step back? Like,
is the parent the enabler though?
Oh no, you good. Go ahead. You can go ahead, Carol. Carol.
Got many friends.
My bad. Parents. I was gonna say, well, so is the parent the enabler then? Because, like you said, that's
right. So all right, look.
I'll pick up what you putting down.
Right. So all right. Let's take a step back before I even answer what you just asked. I mean, I'm all about supporting people. Like, I do that 100%. Like, if somebody wants to be treated a certain way, that's how I'm gonna treat them, because I want to give them the respect that I want, returned back to me, right? But when's the last time we've had, and even just having this discussion, look how uncomfortable we all are just talking about it. When's the last time we had a conversation or a topic where we had to be this uncomfortable and watch the things that we said?
Man, you did.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of potholes you can walk into, but this is a subject, and
this for shit me, is a trench.
I'll say
that pothole. This shit is a trench.
I'll tell you, and the rest of the cast of the show will tell you that I've had explicit shouting conversations with them about things to avoid, and this will be one of them. But we kind of can't live in that space. We can't just be living in that safe space where we bring it up. We need to be talking about it. And if you have people who've been flying that flag of Christianity for the sake of sins that they feel like matter more than others, because essentially they're all the same.
A sin is a sin. A sin is a sin.
Hello.
So you can't just say, well, I can tolerate this guy cheating on his wife or having babies out of wedlock or whatever, but you being in the LGBTQ plus community, that's where I draw the line. We can't do it.
You're gonna go to hell.
Yeah, I didn't know you was hell. So all right,
that's
16.
so sacrilegious.
So what's the
people
question
out here like that?
What's the question geared towards that? Like Tony Dungy making whatever that sin way more than a different sin, I guess.
Yeah, it's basically leading towards not just putting it on him, but people of the same mindset where in Christianity, it's a lot of, well, if you don't do it my way, then it's just wrong, versus you're supposed to accept people how they are. If you're a true Christian, you're supposed to, hey, well, this person is flawed. We're all flawed.
Hello.
Yeah. So it's not about, oh, well, I'm striving to be perfect. No, I feel like part of being a Christian is you falling and knowing that if you believe correctly, that the Lord forgives you for what you're doing, not you got to stay perfect all the time. You can't mess up. That's not realistic.
That's the thing right there, bro, because even like, and I ain't trying to get all churchy, but let's be real. Like you look at all the great disciples or whatever that came out of the Bible. I mean, they were all like at their lowest and
all
then
flawed.
All flawed. They all had a major flaw, but that never stopped them from completing their quest.
Yes.
Right. From being redeemed. So, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like it's 2023. If people want to like the same sex, man, you do that shit. Like, do that to your fullest extent. Don't let nobody tell you Nathaniel. But please, for the Lord's sakes, don't come talking to me and tell me you a cat. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, my dog.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, is that's fake. It's not real.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not real.
Exactly.
He just got roped in because it's like, oh, okay, there's another thing to separate people from. Like, it's one-sided. It's closed-minded. It's man and woman, and they only see it one way. And for years, we've been telling people, well, a person has their right to feel how they want to feel. If you identify as something and you're not harming or bothering anybody, then identify as.
That's true, too.
Do you?
As an animal, though.
Well, I'm saying
right.
But that animal thing, that's what I'm trying to say. That story is fake.
I know that's fake, but man, look,
Yeah.
Man, I done seen some stuff, some people, some real life shit. I done seen some
Hey,
stuff.
Jim,
People that identified as some objects. I promise.
Jim, real quick. Hey, you remember old girl used to go to school with us? She would purr all the time.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Talking about.
She stay in Arizona. I know exactly what you talk about.
Homegirl would literally like she would yawn and like stretch, and right when she get to finishing, she let out a purr like a cat or something. Cause I swear to God, I swear. So I'm sure she's one.
But she never once said she was a cat. And I respect that.
And she would always wear the little tail behind her.
She would wear a tail. She'd be running down the hall too, dog.
She wore a little tail behind her. Even I'm like, it sounds funny, but I swear I put this on me. She would draw like little whiskers on her face and all that shit.
I went to college with a girl like that.
I put my right hand on the Bible.
Oh my gosh. But I just want to say, and I don't want to harp on it too long because, you know, my main point of bringing it up was that it was tied into sports, but that just to bring up that people say subtle things and you could, in your mind, you know, you be a good person. Again, I ain't trying to demean Tony Dungy because he done a whole lot more good than a lot of other people, you know, mentoring, things of that nature, but you can't have it both ways. You can't take out an entire like section of people in the name of Christianity.
That's true.
That's not how that works. But I'm just a guy behind a microphone. What do I know?
Hey, that's how you get them hypocrites start popping up. They'd be like, "Oh, you see, hypocrite."
And for this show, they have. Hello. We've been targeted by the right before, so you know they just. I say this wholeheartedly that nobody will ever know our politics on this show. We ain't for either side. We're not. I'm not pro this, anti. I'm anti stupid is what I am. Okay, so
there we go.
That part.
There we go.
No imposter syndrome over here. Fuck that.
None.
That part.
Wait, you said no cursing tonight. My bad.
No, I was just kidding with that part. I was talking about your jersey.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Possible Chameleonaire made enough to set himself up for life based on riding dirty just off the ringtone.
Hold on, Chameleonaire. I was about to say Chameleonaire.
Oh no, Chameleonaire
is not a Chameleonaire is not a one-hit wonder. He made some other songs.
Name them.
You're listening to The Radio Show on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
All right, so let's get into something that we all dealt with, have a concern with, and that's you going out to eat somewhere. And we're going to use drive-through as an example here. What are some of the places that you roll through? Or maybe not, let's not just put it through a drive-through, but where's somewhere that you guys go to where you are always concerned that they're going to mess up your order? You like eating there, but you know when you order this that you might not get what you asked for. And Christian got this big grin on his face like, you got a spot in mind, Chris?
I mean, for one, it would probably be the obvious one would be McDonald's. One would be McDonald's. But I ain't gonna cap. Popeye's been slacking.
Oh, bro.
Popeye.
Bro, yes.
I don't know if the people just simply don't care or what.
They don't.
Already, sometimes they don't be having certain things. So you be pulling up wanting something. You have something particular in mind. You've been craving it. You've been wanting it. Cause you pull up to the drive-thru. You tell them you want that. I'm sorry, we ran out for the day or something. Like, all right. Then you finally place the order you want that you gotta accept that they have. Get that, then it's not even right. Like, bro, I wanted 3 tenders. You gave me 2 chicken legs. Like, what the heck?
Wait, but does your Popeyes come with attitudes though? Because I think they got attitudes on sales. So.
I think that come when you franchise. I think that's like part of the package.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
That's everywhere. That's everywhere.
And the blacker the community, the more attitude there is.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute, Tyler.
No.
Well, I ain't gonna. But listen, I got to co-sign with Tyler saying. I got to co-sign with Tyler saying.
That's a fact.
Because this is no lie. I was working in this affluent suburb of Atlanta for a few years ago, Alpharetta. Okay, and they had a Popeyes out there. And the customer service I got at this Popeyes don't exist nowhere else. I was in the drive-thru. I was ordering my stuff, and it was like, I ordered. It was like, well, sir, we're out of that piece. Can you just, we can give you a leg instead. I was like, yeah, that's not a big deal for me. That's not a deal breaker. And for your inconvenience, sir, how about a large drink on us? And I'm looking around like, where am I? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. That's like I said, again, not a deal breaker. So yes, Tyler is correct. The blacker the neighborhood, the blacker the attitude.
You know what'd be funny when they don't have like appropriate customer service etiquette. Like you be placing your order right, and like you know how you be like, all right, thank you for placing your order. Can you pull up, please? We will have you told right there. You might get somebody to be like, all right, bro, pull up.
Yeah, first window, dog.
Like, dang, really?
Oh,
So,
you couldn't say thank you.
Yeah. Like,
so to go back for it.
I was all nice, like, all right, appreciate it, thank you. Like, yeah, bro, pull up, big dog, we got you. Like, God damn, man.
So to go back what MC said about Popeyes being out of character. So as the boys know, I'm from Denham Springs, which is right outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Popeyes in Denham Springs had black folks that worked there. It wasn't attitude, but it came at times. Well, there was some white folks that work there as well, because Denham Springs is a predominantly white community. And there's this white lady, this older white lady that worked there that used to hook me and my daddy up all the time. And when I tell you all the time, we will order like the little meals for like one person, get to the window, and she giving us a box of chicken with 2 large sides and 8 biscuits, talking about she messed up the order, or she gave us the wrong order. Nah, baby, you showing love. You ain't no
love. She wanted some brown sugar. It sounds like.
Hey, bro.
Okay.
Hey, let me play devil's. Let me play devil's advocate, bro. Let me play devil's advocate, bro. Look, isn't it crazy how like we'll go to like a Popeyes or some shit? We don't necessarily expect a shakedown, but when it do happen and they give us a little bit more than what we should be getting, we be like, hell yeah, I'm coming back here every time, man. Miss Mabel, where Miss Mabel at? She gonna take my order? Us not even thinking like Miss Mabel go fuck around and lose her job, give me some extra chicken, and she need this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, bro.
And that's how I used to feel like, bro. I hope this lady don't get fired over giving us the wrong order.
It sounds like a universal thing here with Popeyes, because man, they one day, you know, I ordered some like a box of tenders, and my daughter and I was sitting there waiting. It was taking a long time, so finally I just walked in, and the guy was like, "Oh, my bad, dog. We had got real busy in here, and we had forgot it. My bad." He was like, "You looking for a job?" I'm like, "No, nigga.
Damn.
I want my 16 tenders that I offer. Y'all, I was like, y'all can't afford me. I just want my chick." All right.
Oh shit.
So I go in there to get my food, and he's trying to offer me a job. I'm like, this is amazing.
He was looking out 16.
Exactly. He was looking.
He's like, you can see that he told me, he's like, you can see we in need. You know, we left you out there waiting on your chicken. You know,
damn.
You start. I said, you can start by handing me my 16-piece tenders is where we can start.
16-piece tenders.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, look. I'm a move it. Okay, so y'all don't like that. So let me tell you something. So I'm Caribbean. I'm Trinidadian. I have to have the attitude when I go to a Caribbean restaurant. If I don't have an attitude, I know the food ain't good. So
that's a real thing.
That is. Like, I gotta go up there and the girl be like, "Yes, what you want?" "Okay, I want the roti and it." "We don't have it." "Well, you asked me what I want." "Okay." So I'm sitting there ordering. "We don't have it. We don't have it. What you want? Come on." And I'm like, oh my damn. Like, damn, I don't know. Now I'm panicking. And then it's like, I end up getting like some oxtails or something. And I need the attitude, because they throw a little extra little something in there. The attitude for them is worth it. But now my McDonald's, I always know it's gonna be low vibrational. My food's gonna come out low vibrational. The fries gonna be it's just how, your machine don't work. It be so irritating. Like,
they engaged in some reheated fries.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? Like, what's going on? See, so again, with the Caribbean culture, take the attitude, but in McDonald's, I don't know. It's
with the black culture, don't take the attitude, because they might pop you over that if you if you in the wrong community. I'm just saying.
That's right. It just made me mad though, because I'd be ready to fight, and it's like, damn, just give me my food. Had somebody try to talk to me. Then we go to high school together, Kara. Damn, just put my fries in the bag. Let me go. I'm just tired.
He said, you trying to flirt and get a number? You're like, I just came in here to eat. All right.
Yes. Just give me my food.
Come on, man. Eat my food, bro.
We done came off the top rope on McDonald's and Popeyes. Are there any other ones that come to mind where you like?
You like say the radio show ain't getting no sponsorship from McDonald's.
Oh shit! You done fucked up. At least we get the Caribbean. That's okay.
Not necessarily. You know, they might try to give us sponsorship to clean it up.
Right? They might.
But it's a tale of two different ones for the McDonald's, because I got two of them within a few miles of my house. The one around the corner from me, they're getting better, but I can say, oh, well, there was some black folks working over there. No, there was niggas that was working in there. The one down the street, That's the one I prefer to go to. It's a little bit more of a mixed company, if you feel what I'm getting at.
I got you.
Hey, no, I just had another one. Y'all know what? I would say it's not really a bad experience, but you could tell they just don't give a fuck over there. Wingstop. You go to your local.
Boy, Wingstop. Gutter.
Well, that is the ghetto, bro.
But it's all about Red Ross. What you expect? Miami.
But okay, here go another endorsement right down the drain here, Jimmy. But Wingstop ain't even that good. They not even that good.
Hold up now, 16. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Them wings
nasty. Their lemon pepper is mid. It's
boy,
real
large lemon pepper with honey mustard dipping sauce. Come on, boy, stop playing.
They mid.
Damn,
give me some barbecue. Just give me some barbecue.
Because you them lemon pepper, them wet lemon, what they call it, lemon pepper wets.
Yeah.
The one from Magic City, them things be jumping, huh, son?
Man, look, that was enough. That was enough for a basketball player to risk it all. He's like, I gotta get some of this. So that what that tell you
during COVID.
I'm saying, but the customer service thing will have you like, it'll deter you. Like you'll really want something. Like it'll be a place where you really, really want it. And you be like, dang, I can't even go there because they're gonna mess up, they're gonna kill my mood, and they're not gonna get my order right.
That's real.
I should save this for the rant, but it's kind of along the topic that we're talking about. What irks me the most, when you want a place you like been craving the most, you call them and they don't answer the damn phone.
That is also annoying. Like,
who you calling?
He probably what we talking, Chris? Like, are you calling for you want Chinese food? You calling to take out
like Chinese food or something? Like Jim out here, bro. Hot Food Express.
See, I don't mess with them.
Well, a good thing because you be waiting online all day trying to get in touch with somebody, bro.
Jim, why that face? You gotta elaborate because it sounds like, is it story time? Was it something that happened there? Come on,
man, look, I done seen some pest control videos. I'm not eating over there.
Ooh.
I'm not eating over there.
Hey man, let's not act like them places that don't look the most they look like they won't pass a health inspection, have the best food, cuz.
Okay.
Waffle House. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I mean,
you know what I'm talking about.
That's true, but that shit's still nasty.
Does Waffle House fit in that category? Because I ain't never had nobody be flat rude to me in Waffle House before. If anything, I'm super.
Yeah, they always nice at Waffle House.
They tight up in Waffle.
Well, you know what? Y'all probably go around the regular hours. When you go to the club, when you go to Waffle House in the club hours, they cannot stand you. They gotta
match. They gotta match the energy that's in the room.
I don't know what energy was going on. One of the times when I was going in there late at night like that, one of the waitresses was trying to see what was up. Like, so what you getting into? I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. You want some breakfast? Yeah, I'm getting it to go because you're working. I'm out. But I don't know. Okay, so does that depend too on the time of day that you go? Because I hate to keep coming off the top rope on Popeyes, but it don't matter the time of day. It could be more.
Bro, the lady you go to Popeyes, the worst. They start locking the doors on your ass. Like, I don't close for another 30 minutes. Why is this
one that I pulled up on? I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not. Said when we pulled up and we start ordering, it was like, well, wait a minute, we closing soon. I need to see what we got. You need to see what you got.
To make it till you close.
You're right. Drop that damn chicken.
Drop that damn chicken. Carol got it right. Drop that damn chicken.
Hey, that need to be a soundbite. Drop that damn chicken.
Drop that chicken.
Hey, that is a soundbite, bro.
Yeah,
that's a soundbite. That's a soundbite. Drop that damn chicken.
Drop that damn chicken. That's probably gonna be the name of the episode right there. Drop that.
Yes. Drop that damn chicken. Shoot, what you gotta lose?
So it seems like we all had similar. Okay, so have any of y'all had issues with, like, I'll say one of the nicer places, like this one by my house too, Taco Bell. They always nice, and they don't never mess up my order.
Absolutely. I've never been mistreated. Not saying that because it's a Taco Bell, Hispanics work there, but typically when I go to a Taco Bell, there is a Hispanic person that I'm talking to. They've always treated me with respect, and I love it. And look, I love talking to Hispanic women, bro. God damn it.
Migo.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Y'all got Hispanic folks at the damn Taco Bell. What?
Absolutely.
That is true.
We don't have any of them.
Hey, you know Migo know what he's doing. He know about that taco. I'm not even trying to stereotype that man.
To be fair, I feel like Hispanics that work at, like, if I'm an Hispanic person, right, and then I have my choice of like working at Taco Bell or working at like La Rumba or La Hacienda or whatever, I feel like Taco Bell would probably be the low vibration of those. So it's like if you go to the Taco Bell but not a traditional or authentic Mexican restaurant, you set tripping.
Hell yeah. That's what it is. Hell yeah.
I just find it to be real interesting that, you know, we're all in different spots, but we've all had similar customer service issues with the same places. I think Caral had a little bit more of a uphill climb with her Caribbean food because she gotta, you know, if him come in the morning, she gotta make sure that she get her food right there. But
come on.
But she also had another issue with the McDonald's, which I didn't have too much of an issue with. But it seemed like Popeyes was the one for sure that we all was having the same issue with.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget,
my list of
is it me or just Popeye's chicken getting smaller and smaller and more expensive?
But the one common denominator out of all of it is maybe it's getting smaller, more expensive, whatever. But the reason why we put up with it is because that shit is good, man. That shit is good. That's why we put up with it. That shit is good.
Can you wait? Can you pull up? All right, bro.
All right.
I'll pull up.
That's some true nigga shit.
Right.
Like, damn, let me go ahead.
Like, I know I'm gonna deal with some bullshit. That shit is good. And that's why I go there.
But look. So you say, okay. Well, I want to say for the best customer service, y'all know I'm gonna have to say Chick-fil-A. If I want to
Christian chicken.
If I'm having a bad day, I know not to go to damn McDonald's. Let me go ahead and drop my ass on a Chick-fil-A.
My pleasure.
Okay.
It's facts on facts.
Hey, let's be real, bro. You can go eat, like, you'll go order your food from like a Burger King or a McDonald's or a Popeyes and then be like $16. This shit's $16. Y'all going up. You go to Chick-fil-A and be like, sir, it's gonna be $23.44. Here you go. Thank you.
No hesitation. No.
None.
End of the day, you're like, God damn, I done spent $24 on breakfast.
Give me
what?
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
What do y'all think about the whole Tory Lanez and August Alsina situation? Like, I was talking.
I'd have to know what the fuck it was to have an opinion about it.
You're listening to The Radio Show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Right. So we got a little, I guess you could call it an abridged show, but look, content is content. But we come to the part of the show where we got random. And you guys, I mean, you've been on the show enough to know y'all veterans of random. It's basically, you know, whatever comes to mind. You know, it could be something profound. It could be a rant. It could be just something that you need to get off your chest. That's the name of the segment says everything to it. It's just random, whatever comes to mind. Jimmy, you got this look on your face, man. You've been on fire with these lately. You've been profound. I had somebody who, my uncle actually texted me and said, man, let me tell you something. He was like, the young man who was talking about, you know, purchasing houses, man, he was like, that was some excellent information that man gave up. I was like, I'll make sure and let him know that you said that, which I'm doing right now on the air, which was a great thing. So maybe it's profound like that. Maybe it might be wretched. I don't know. But what you got, Jimmy? What you got?
Man, oh, bro, you really put me on the spot with this one, bro. God, dog.
You got this. Come on now.
All right, so look, let's talk about it like this. All right, it's 2023, right? My kids are about to be 3 years old now. And I mean, like, growing up, we all then got spankings. We all then got whipped before, you know, like, that's just the lay of the land, right? But I think for me, being one of these new parents, as the older folks call us, these new parents, man, you know, I think I'm to the point now where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try to talk to my kids. I don't want to whip them. You know what I'm saying? Like they might act up, they might do things, catch temper tantrums, whatever it might be. Man, you know, at the end of the day, they trying to figure it out, right? They trying to figure it out on a much smaller scale than we are as adults, because adults in reality are just big kids. So when we mess up, we ain't got nobody to spank us on the hand other than reality or the real world, you know? So I think as parents, you just gotta show your kids some grace, bro. Show them some grace. They trying to figure it out, dog, and just grow with them, because y'all can learn from each other.
That is profound.
That part.
I'd love to know where this was.
Man, my brother.
Man, my mama was 5 feet nothing, and I feel like she knocked my soul out of feet.
Hey, don't trip. Hey, I done got my ass whipped before now.
Hey,
bro. It was rare for my mom to use it, but my mom used a fist.
Like I said, again, my mom was 5 feet nothing. And in her prime, I would put her in the ring with Mike Tyson. Pray for Mike.
She was throwing out haymakers.
It's just, I don't know. It's just that strength of like, listen, I'm not playing with you. You finna understand what I'm saying. And it wasn't all the time, but it was enough times to know not to try.
It's like you know them certain times, like you could just feel it within the energy, like like, oh shit, she for real this time.
Yeah, like
oh shit,
like
all right, mama.
I have stepped in it and tracked it in the house. It's time for me to just back off on that one. So that's some good stuff right there, Jimmy, for sure.
Hey, this gonna be my random since it kind of goes along with what we talk about our mom.
All right,
but like, bro, I so called myself trying to. You know, when you was young, you had a certain distance you could go, right? When you out playing, you could only go so far. Your mom knew where to check and all that, with the ins and outs, where to check within that distance. If you go past that distance, bro,
that's your ass.
My dog, boy, I so called myself trying to sneak away with my partners one day.
Oh Lord,
so y'all know what a Walmart is in Opelousas.
Right.
Well, Jim and Tyler, y'all might be familiar with it.
Right.
The Walmart is basically where I was living at the time with my grandmother. Are y'all familiar with Opelousas Catholic is?
Oh yeah, man. Bro, that's almost 2 miles away, dog.
I lived in that. I lived in that area, bro.
Oh, you was cruising for a bruising, my boy.
my nigga. We so-called try to bend a few corners, hit the block. We went shout out to the Walmart. I'm thinking, shit, I'm not gonna run into nobody over here. Cause why I made it in the Walmart already? We going in there for the wrong reasons. I tell you why we going in there. We going in there to get them little headphones. It was the colorful headphones at the time. I can't remember the brand name, but they would come in different colors. And them things was lit at the time. They was the most popular little headphones around at the time. It was at Walmart. It must have
been them J-Labs.
Them J-Labs. Bro, we going in and get a pair of them J-Labs. About to look. Woo 5-finger discounts, you know what I'm saying? The quick swipe. I didn't even get to do that. I didn't get to do that because when I got in, because when I got into Walmart, I forgot my cousin was working at Walmart that day. Nigga, I got to Walmart and my cousin saw me. She didn't even say nothing. She played it so cool. Cause we left. My partners did what they had to do. I didn't do nothing at that time. I have before, but just that time when I saw my cousin, I got spooked out. Cause I already knew in my back of my mind, nigga, she about to tell my mama. Boy, when we made it back to the neighborhood and I was riding my bike down the road, my mom was all outside. I already saw it on her face, cuz. Boy, my mama beat the snot off my head.
Christian knew he was finna take that L moment he pulled up.
Hey, you know, it's like you can't even do nothing about it. Like, you just gotta just accept it. Like, boy, I'm trying so hard not to cry, nothing. I'm walking in front of everybody because it was a family gathering going. It was like like a crawfish ball or something. So we got the whole family, my mom, my cousins, my auntie, uncles, and them, everybody out there, my grandmother. Boy, my mama found me. She reached my ass, and boy, she skinned the shit out of me, boy. She beat my ass.
Christian knew, like I said, he knew at that moment, he knew.
Y'all know how, yeah,
he
right,
fucked up.
But he fucked up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it on the same vibes. Since Christian told the story about him getting his ass whooped, I'll tell my story.
Not another one.
Growing up, I wasn't a kid that got in trouble a lot. There were once or twice. Well, this one particular time, I was doing some stupid shit that I don't regret it. It's just, it was dumb at the time. I'll go ahead and say it. Me, my cousin, and one of our homeboys thought it'd be a good idea to smoke wood shavings. Like, after you cut wood, the little shavings. We was just young and dumb.
Telling the story right now.
I don't care. I'm past it, dog. I'm past it. It's all good. So my daddy, my cousin told my daddy, not the cousin that was with me, his sister told my daddy that what we were doing, and my daddy came to my grandmother's house with the quickness. I was sitting in the living room with the front door open, and when I seen that truck pull up, my soul left my body. Before he got out the truck, before I got my ass whooping, my soul left my body. And bro, when I tell you, he tore my ass up, I got scars. I still got scars on my arms from that. That was the worst ass whooping I ever got.
Y'all really like either incriminating yourself or incriminating your parents.
Hey, just saying.
Like, I got the evidence right here.
Just saying, I don't condone this type of abuse.
It was a different time.
Hold on. It wasn't no abuse or nothing. I did that to myself, putting my hands back there. So
accountability.
That's on me.
That's on me. That's all it was.
But hey. That shit hurt, bro. And after that, I was like, never again will I get an ass whooping. So I was on my P's and Q's after that, dog. I
ain't never ride my bike to Walmart again.
Fuck that.
Well, shit, you probably couldn't sit down, so that you couldn't ride it up there.
I never rode my bike. Hey, my partners will hit me up. Hey, Christian, come and ride the bike. Shit, not today, big dog. I'm chilling.
I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, what?
So we reached a pattern here. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and follow suit. I was gonna do something else. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the bandwagon too. So, man, I might have been, probably 9 or 10, and I can't remember what it was that I was doing or what it was that I said, but I said something real smart to my mom. Like, I talked real out the side of my neck to her, like real disrespectful, and I knew I had done it, and she had that look on her face, and I took off running, and I ran in my room, and I locked the door.
That made it worse.
I was in there and I was safe. At least in my mind, I was. And this shows you how smart my mom's was and how dumb I was being a kid. Where she came to the door and was like, you know what? We all make mistakes. I'm not even mad no more. You can just open up the door. It's okay. I understand where it came from. I was like, you sure, Mom? Because I feel like if I'm opening this door, something gonna happen. And she's like, no, it's okay. I had a chance to, kind of get over it, and it's okay as long as you promise not to do it again. I was like, yeah, I promise I won't do it again. And time I twisted that door, unlocked it, man, her hand was already through the door before I even opened the door. She had already hit me with a right already.
Damn.
I felt every bit of that. She kept saying, nah, you couldn't. I had to get you. And I was like, I still remember that to this day. To this day, I should still be locked in this room if I'd have been smart enough instead of opening.
Right.
Hey, that was the fastest punch you ever seen in your life, huh?
In my life. Like the door wasn't even open. That hand was right. I was like, man.
Isn't that something like you could be slap boxing with your boys or something and you think you know how to do that, but it's always something. Anytime your parents throw a lick at you or something, you never see it coming, dog.
No, I did not see it. That was the last thing I was expecting. I opened up the door like, Mom, I'm thinking, wham! Wow. Door wasn't even open yet. And I ain't catch a lot of whoopings, but the ones I did get, they was meaningful. Let me tell you that. They was meaningful.
Hey, 100.
Yes. But I will tell you, I'll tell you one thing that was meaningful, and that was doing random with the fellas from On The Geaux. They veterans at this now. They've been hanging out on the show for a minute doing this. So they know exactly what to do with it.
I love
this. This ain't nothing new.
Yes.
This ain't nothing new, baby.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
I think the trump card here is always going to be Jesus ain't a white hippie. But every depiction of Jesus, he's a white hippie.
Yep.
Oh, God.
And speaks English. I'm 98% sure Jesus didn't speak English.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
16, I just want to thank you for having us, brother. Appreciate you.
Like I said, man, the door is wide open for y'all, man. Anytime, any day y'all want to come back, it's wide open. You know, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are like extensions of the radio show ATL as far as I'm concerned. And y'all are welcome here anytime. So if the people watching on YouTube, if you take a look at the screen here, we have the information for On The Geaux on the screen here where you can find their podcast, listen, subscribe on YouTube. These boys are bringing it. You need to be checking them out. Jimmy, what's y'all drop schedule? What's the drop schedule looking like right now?
Man, we're looking at Mondays and Thursdays, brother. Mondays and Thursdays.
Twice a week, they're hitting you with that knowledge. You know, I'm pretty sure that they're going to dive deep into, got to be, you know, NFL playoffs, Christians 49ers trying to make that push to get back to the Super Bowl so they see if they can finish the job this time, get ring number 6.
Sirski.
So we're going to see how that go down.
Bang, not a game.
Sir, so twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. Make sure to check them out, give them a like, a follow, all that good stuff. Caral J, she was having some technical issues. She had just texted me, let me know she was having some issues, but that's okay because you can hear more from Caral J because she's also an affiliate too. She's been back here guest hosting several times. She'll be back in the future. Right there on the screen, that's the information for her podcast. She's on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, the Caral J Podcast. Show her some love. She showed you her personality. Yep. You get more of that on her pod. Please check her out. For sure.
Check her out, man. Tap in, subscribe, like, share, repost, all that. Show us
all
some
that
love.
Stuff. And
all that,
sir.
Before I get to, I'm sorry, Tyler, you were saying something?
No, man. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to give a couple of shout outs real quick. The first shout I want to give to is to my homegirls from the break room, Juicy K, Dr. E, and Rocks. I want to give a shout out to them. I was on the break room not too long ago, had a great time hanging out with them, kicking it with them. So I just wanted to shout those ladies out. They fully support both pods, so I'm just fully shouting them out. And for the people supporting the radio show, if you want to be a guest on the radio show ATL, just send us an email to radioshowinbox@gmail.com, or you can send us a text 678-800-1677. We look forward to hearing from you. We got plenty coming down for you as far as interviews, collaborations, you name it. 2023, we coming for every goddamn thing. Everything we coming for. On The Geaux, they're doing the same thing. So, you know, again, you know, I appreciate y'all, Tyler, Christian, Jimmy. Come on back anytime, fellas. Absolutely. You know, for sure. So I guess with that, you know, we're just gonna close up shop. But please just remember and never forget, you're not just listening to a radio show or some radio show. You're listening to the radio show, ATL. Thank you for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. And I got to say it for my man, Jimmy. And don't forget, every like and subscribe gets us another like and subscribe. So like and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch y'all next time.
We out.
We out.
Yes, sir. We out. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you was my dad when I worked at Raising Cane's. My daddy would come to Raising Cane's literally almost twice a week. If I worked 4 or 5 times a week. He would come twice, and I was making orders. So I go through drive-through. I can know his voice. I don't even have to know what time he coming. Know his voice. Drop some extra stuff in there. They looking at me like, why I can't close this? I was like, don't even worry about it. That's my dad. Like, don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about nothing.
He gonna pay for it and hand it to him. That's it.
Did you at least,
no questions asked?
You at least season it up for them a little bit so it could, taste good, because we know Raising Cane's don't really season their chicken. Just saying.
They don't. They don't. You know what the seasoning consists of? Salt and water.
They was like, you about to get this. It's gonna be hot, but you finna get this.
Oh, I don't even really too much worry about the chicken. I just like that bread, them toast.
That was the one thing I did enjoy from that was, and that when I had Raising Cane's the first time, it was at the peak of being hungry. So like, yeah, we're not gonna be doing this. We're not gonna be doing this. But the customer service was good. I will give it that. It was. I just can't believe we dunked on we had to dunk on poor Popeyes like that. That's crazy.
Man, Popeye straight ghetto, man. Ghetto fat
and
like a mug.
McDonald's in certain places are ghetto too. There's 2 McDonald's near my dad's house. My dad lives in a ghetto community. The one close to his house, they don't care about drive time. They don't care about the food. They don't care about customer service. Hell, they don't even care about you, because you could go to the drive-through window and literally sit there without anybody acknowledging you. And I'm talking about for minutes. This is not like a 5-minute thing. I'm talking about like if you want to sit there all day, they gonna sit in there all day and not acknowledge that you at this drive-through window.
They walking back and forth to each other. Hey, y'all see them people by the window? Who gonna go get them people by the window?
Hey, so I'm talking about the line. The line is almost out the parking lot because it's just so many people there, and so there's nobody at the windows. It's just one car in the drive-through at the menu with about 5 or 6 cars behind it waiting.
So they just stand around like we'll get to it.
Yeah, basically.
Hell no, man.
So I used to go to McDonald's. So when he first moved there, I ain't know about the community. I just know it's a bunch of niggas that live there. I mean, it is what it is. So you feel there's gonna be a bunch of black people that work in there. But some black people, they actually like their jobs and do what they gotta do. So I sat in the drive-thru. I sat there for 5 minutes and then they finally acknowledged me. Got my food all good. Okay, next time I go. It's like the more I went, the longer and longer and longer it got until the last time, I promise you, I was about to sit there for 20, 30 minutes, but I got out the line because I wasn't even to the window yet.
They remember bruh face. Oh, hey, that's bruh from last time. I know what he wants. Just wait.
Bruh. But then I go to the other one that's a little bit further from this house, and they on the money. Pull up. Can we help you? They give some attitude, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with the attitude because at least you took my order and didn't make me wait 30 minutes like the one on the other at the end of the street. You know what I'm saying? It's hot and it's McDonald's, so I'm all good with the attitude in that aspect.
As long as no French fries fresh, huh?
Hey, facts.